The Dallas Cowboys and the Salvation Army partnering for their annual Red Kettle campaign. Since it started back in 1997, that campaign has raised, get this, close to $3 billion. And this year's focus will be on helping the millions of people facing pandemic poverty. As we are joined now by Jerry Jones, owner of the Dallas Cowboys, Charlotte Jones, Executive Vice President and Chief Brand Officer for the team, and Commissioner Kenneth Hodder, the National Commander of the Salvation Army. Folks, thank you for waking up early with us this morning. Jerry, I want to start with you. Maybe thanks to Ezekiel Elliott, that red kettle has become synonymous for Cowboys fans with winning and with this partnership. Why is it so important for you and the team, especially now?
Well, we're actually sitting here in the stadium this morning. We probably are maybe 15 feet from where Zeke jumped in the red kettle. Now, in the NFL, that red kettle is against the rules for being on the field. I've told them, let's fight about it, guys. Let's take it to the Supreme Court. All we'll be doing is talking about the red kettle and the Salvation Army, and that's what this is all about. We want to take all of the eyeballs, maybe as many as 60, 70 million people, and remind them of what the red kettle does. Put $1 in there and you can help more people in the Dallas area than any other way.
Charlotte, given what we've all been through the past couple of years and the focus on helping folks affected by the pandemic, how can the public be a better part of this partnership with the Salvation Army?
Well, it's all about the red kettle, and I think we have all grown up seeing the red kettles outside of various stores around our community, and putting those nickels and dollars and however you can do that is benefits the Salvation Army. And not only can you do that, you can adopt an angel and provide a Christmas for children who otherwise wouldn't have it. And anything that you can do to either volunteer, give your time, give your money, but support the Salvation Army so they can support those who need it most right here in Dallas.
Commissioner Hodder, what are the greatest needs for those battling pandemic poverty this holiday season?
Well, the needs this year run the gamut. But people primarily need to stay in their homes. We need to make sure that they don't have to make a decision between paying their light bill and buying toys for the children. We have to make sure that they have enough food to eat. The Salvation Army is always most concerned with the most vulnerable. And we're very concerned that as we come out of the pandemic, there'll be lots of people who need that extra bit of help in our own communities. I know here in North Texas, the Salvation Army does a terrific job. More than 7 million meals served during the course of the pandemic, 520,000 nights of shelter. That kind of work needs to continue if we're going to help people stay in their homes.
I'd be remiss, Jerry, if I didn't talk a little bit of football. This season has had a special feel to it so far. We know bringing home another Lombardi trophy, though, means avoiding obstacles, COVID among them. What makes this year's team potentially different than years past?
Well, I see a bonding, and maybe that's the adversity. Maybe it is COVID, but there's a bonding with this team, and they're having the luxury of having the ups and the downs, which are very important, together, and they need to recover when they have a down, and they're doing this together. So I have a lot of promise. We have a lot of players that aren't playing because they've been injured that will be playing as we go on into the latter part of the season. And at the end of the day, it's what kind of shape are we in when we start getting near the playoffs to really have a chance at that Lombardi trophy. So I'm excited about this team. You've got a lot of youth. We maybe are in the 3 or 4 youngest teams in the NFL. Great leader in Dak Prescott. So I'm excited. Our coach is outstanding, and things are good. And so it's going to be good to play these Raiders out here tomorrow.
Well, we talked about the eyeballs a minute ago in that red kettle. Where do things officially stand with celebrations and players, whether it's Ezekiel Elliott or hopefully any other Cowboy, jumping into the kettle after a score, after a turnover, whatever?
Well, I'm going to encourage any player that scores to jump in the kettle. Now, I'm not so sure what kind of fine it is. Bring it on, as long as we can give it to the Salvation Army. And I'd like to debate about this on national stage so that we could debate whether or not the red kettle, serving all of the Santa Clauses and all of the children and all of the needy, I'd like to see just how bad we want to pop somebody for violating that rule.
Let's pop the whole team. Coach and Jerry, you told us we could. There's no such thing as bad publicity when it comes to the Red Kettle, as always. I want to, on behalf of all the people affected by the Salvation Army and beneficiaries of all of folks' generosities, including yours, I want to say thank you for joining us this morning. Jerry, Charlotte, and Commissioner Hodder, appreciate you guys waking up with us today.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks
you.
very much, Mark.
Happy Thanksgiving.